Hey, everyone, and welcome back to Game 1 of the Grand Finals. We're watching Cloud9 HyperX up against Torch in a best-of-3, starting with this first match here. Let's cover who's playing what and where they're going for what team. Cloud9, the bottom side of the map, the blue team. We've got Smek on Neath leading the charge here. Behind him, Half Devil on Sanu Cog. Sayo taking it right down the middle with Ao Guang the Noodle. Suntouch in the jungle with Thanatouch here. Thanatos, of course, and Zalia, the famous Bakasura solo.
Torch is going to be their opponents today. They are the 4th seed coming in. They have defeated 1st seed Team Solo Mid and are going to attempt to try to shut down C9 for their first tournament win on the path to 100K. That's going to be Hyrock. It looks like he is going to be playing solo. Choxpoo going mid lane with Jean, Quay, Funball, and Emilito going to be going to the duo lane as Artemis and Odin, respectively. And Shadow Nightmare is going to try his hand at Jungle Emir.
We'll see how that works out. I mean, honestly, it's something that they've been working on for quite some time, it seems like. And it's a big swap up for Torch. And obviously, it hit home, beating out Team Solo Mid in the semifinal round. Artemis so far up right now, looking for something. Not sure why, but here comes the support. The cavalry is coming in a bear suit. Emilito on his way down the left side. Going to kind of provide some support in more ways than one. Of course, we've been talking about it all day. That Birds of Wisdom passive from Odin provides so much, I guess, intel, allowing you to do a lot here. Funball doing that pot start. We've seen it used before, but honestly doesn't seem like it's as effective. How do you feel about the pot start here for Funball?
It can be dangerous. Artemis has a lot of damage, of course, inherently.
Guard boots?
Yeah, into...
Two.
Midas. Yes?
Oh, my screen was broken. It showed that Funball had those.
Oh. They're switching back and forth a lot. No, yeah. It looks like already getting sent back. The power of Gungnir's might and lunge will send Half Devil right back down with his tail between his legs. Sun Wukong's to be forced onto the tower. That volley, given that potion, plus the death's toll, that's a 35 extra damage boost total. Going to be sending them so far down the HP ranks there with suppressing insolence. See the control. Right side, Suntouch going to get 2 major shots off there on Hyrock and keep himself afloat.
Emir has a pretty decent matchup here with Thanatos, able to get a lot of stun potential out and trying to slow down the amount of burst that Thanatos has. And we see his Suntouch taking a lot of harassment in the right side. And Thanatos is a delicate jungler that has to be played, to a T. And we'll see if Suntouch can step up to the plate here. Left side finally doing that blue buff is Funball and Emilito able to pick this up. Going to go to Funball. They're going to go to lane and try to defend this up as they can. Mid lane, we do see Sayo going up against Spoo here. Sayo getting the better end of the stick, pushing this up more aggressively as expected. Right side, Hyrock is going up against the famous Zalia solo Bakasura, getting chunked right now. The Rain Dance comes down, and Hyrock's down to 300 HP before the 2-minute mark.
That was very close. That was actually almost instant death. We've seen Zalia play this character in this role so many times, and each time I think it's surprising how much damage he actually puts out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that true damage is so strong, and he never misses an opportunity to get in your face and just start chunking you.
So now mid lane is starting to rotate over towards the left side. You see rotations coming over from the supports as well. Suntouch is there with the silence and gets the hand of the god. Spoo's going to eat that one. Here is the Spear's Tempest. 2 people are going to take it, and the first kill is going to go down. Sayo's going to find first blood, but it's not over yet. Suntouch is not in a good spot here. Emilito's going to let that one go. Funball super low right now, just trying to dive away. Sayo is taking a lot of damage, but look at Suntouch is now hitting level 5. He's going to chase him down. He misses. Funball's just trying to get away, but one death sight's going to do it. Doesn't even need it. Few auto attacks. Cloud9 finds 4 for 1 total so far as Hyrock also dies.
Unravel coming out looking for Emily. They do have the tower dive. One scythe might be enough. It's gonna land, and Suntouch gets the last kill of the fight. A 4-for-1 exchange in favor of C9. How in the world? It's a 5-for-1 as Odin gets gobbled for breakfast on the right side.
We were just saying it.
Wow.
There is Thanatos. Suntouch is like, he's right here. 3-0-1 in 3 minutes. I'm right here. Cloud9 has awoken.
You know, I'm excited. This is exactly what I expected. Like you said, we were mentioning it earlier that we'd like to see a Thanatos pick against these tanky lineups, and you'll see it in the play of Torch. Emir, Chalk, Junkwei, all getting in too deep, as well as Odin. You're thinking, why in the world are we playing this aggressive when there's a Thanatos here? I mean, they're relying on their tankiness, and there's, we'll be fine. We can get in, we can get some harassment in, we'll be able to get out, and Thanatos say, not only am I doing high burst damage, but also I'm doing percentage of your maximum HP, and then when you get low enough, I'm going to come down from above and end your life here and now. Not only that, they have Zalia's true damage on Bakasura. Their tankiness is not going to be as effective as they want. Outgoing ultimate in the mid lane, going after Spoon, not going to do enough. Shadow Nightmare going to get some burst out on that. Shards of Ice doing huge amounts. There goes the slow recall. Demons coming out. Tornadoes on the ground. The last of his mana, Thanatos up in the air, not in threshold just yet. He's going to go for the mid camp. Thought it was going to be close enough, but certainly was not. Amelito gets picked
Amelito
off.
finds him. Oh, he actually stuns the creep, and not him. He might be able to get out of this one. But Suntouch again with the death sight says no. So let's run it back a little bit. We're at the mid camp, right? And nobody is level 5 at this point. Everyone's just fighting for the mid camp. He runs in. Suntouch throws out the silence to stop the hand of the gods, hitting the creeps as well. And that amount of damage puts them within the 480 threshold for hand, so he hands down. And then Sayo hits level 5. Sayo gets a kill. Suntouch finds a kill. That experience brings him to level 5, which allows him to hover and bring himself closer to Artemis. Gets a kill again, chasing down, which allows him to then join his team over in the left lane for the chase, for the death sight to bring him down. He then finds a kill in mid lane, answering back for the one lost by Sayo. 4-0-1 right now. Left lane, Bumball's getting pushed. Right lane, Hyrox dead again. Zalia making short work right now of Hyrox Chalk, a character that has been known to be banned before, a lot.
All the time. I mean, it's a respect ban, and he's very good at it, but I think we just forgot that Zalia's really good at Bakasura solo. I mean, we've seen him on Baby, we've seen him on Raw, and now he's going to pick up the Bakasura unstuff. Look at him casually dodge that stun there and come right back in. I mean, it's very impressive to watch. Now let's talk a little bit about Suntouch here and kind of where he came from. Suntouch came out of nowhere. For those of you who remember in the start of the scene, all of a sudden this guy named Suntouch starts streaming, starts playing the game, gets picked up, and starts playing really, really well. At a certain point when he came in, he was playing mid, and the biggest weakness for Suntouch mid was going to be that early awareness. He didn't have as much awareness, but swapping over into support helped him a lot. And see him throw a death side. Look at the damage.
Jesus!
My God. Now going to fight Junkwei, possibly. Neath ultimate coming out. Recall Demons out ultimate, but he's going to pancake a little bit of his HP. Thanatos goes up. Does he have the dunk? It's not in threshold. Gets the stun, though. Prevents it with the CC immunity on the beats. Soul Reap, death side. You're gone. 2-0 exchange.
Now, you know me, Dry Bear. I am not a person who thinks that you should just give up immediately. But when you're in finals and you're down by this much, I think it might be in their favor if this goes this way for the remaining 3 minutes up until the 10-minute mark, that they just kind of maybe give this one away, cut their losses, don't get frustrated, go into game 2, ban out Thanatos, and try this again, because right now, C9 has a level of control that I don't think I've ever seen in finals that didn't involve COG-NA after a loss.
Yeah, we saw it yesterday, same thing, when an early lead with Shing's ban. Thanatos is such a strong presence early on. Zalia has already devoured this tower. Bakasura's hunger knows no bounds, and not only is he going to be sitting in his lane 2-0-1, second most farmed in the game, under Suntouch by 200 gold. He's going to get that early tower, and now all of a sudden C9 is sitting at 3,400 gold in the lead, 5,100 experience in the lead, and they're looking so dominant right now. Thanatos going to the mid lane, going to clear out these camps, and again, back to my original point, Suntouch started the game playing mid, went to support for SK Gaming. That gave him a good sense, actually a terrific sense of awareness, allowing him to widen his viewpoint very well. And now you see him in the jungle. He's making so many good calls, so many good reads, in the right place at the right time, and he's just playing so well. And I think he's proven himself as a versatile character. Left side.
Right place, right time. Emelito has been found by 2 people. Smek and Half Devil are going to burn in Odin down to under half health almost instantaneously, losing nothing in the process. And now Bumball, even though he is a higher level, actually now the same level, he has no real point of contention here. Top side, it does look like the red buff was stolen. Funball takes about a third of his health immediately from a death sight. The Spoo gets turned on and gets annihilated up into the air. Thanatos looking to dive down. Funball's going to have to react here. He throws... Oh, man, that death sight is scary.
Not going to land there. They're going to get the Ult Fury in the meantime. Actually stepped on a trap. This could be detrimental. Does he have an ultimate? Looks like he does not. Surrounded. Odin ultimate. This is a big kill for them. They need it. They're going to get it. And almost actually for free in that situation. Jingle Bang to harass Shadow Nightmare. You know, I feel for Shadow Nightmare there. He didn't have any vision. All of a sudden he's doing his damage buff. I'm about to get my damage buff. And then Spirit's Tempest comes out. Purification Bees used fruitlessly there as there wasn't have the distance for the stun, but did not want to have to risk it at that point. You know, what do? You're Torch, right? You're sitting in the mid stage of this game. The transition coming out, actually, they're still in the laning phase technique. High Rock getting forced out. Damage immunity from the Storm Call. He jumps over it! Now looking for High Rock. The Torrent teleport is good. No slow from Spoo over the wall. He's going to be able to get out. In the meantime, though, his Bakasura is absolutely dominant right now. I mean, what do? The laning phase is about to end, and this Bakasura comes to the solo lane. Huge damage output.
Spoo level 9 right now in the mid lane comparatively to everyone on Cloud9 who is at least level 10. Emilito's level 8, Shadow Nightmare's level 8, Funball's 11 highest on the team, still a level behind Azalea. Smek has tied him up. Smek's at 4,500 gold, bottom on his team, and still 300 gold higher than anybody on Torch right now. This is domination at its finest. Really, Torch should just man up, group up together, go for one last push. If it doesn't work, maybe try game 2. But they need to do something differently because the way they're playing right now just isn't working.
Celia right side, going to walk through a rain dance here and let that one go. Left side, Sun Touch. Put up his blue buff. Odin over the wall, surrounded. They could actually go for this. He's going to shield himself in here. Alroll's going to come through, not going to land. Tornado on the ground. Thindos up in the air, looking for the hovering death. It's not going to be up. No one in pressure as Smek surrounded. Missing the stun. Smek's going to go down here to the shards of ice. Sun Touch backing off here. Shield is going to be available. There goes the volley. Not going to land. Blocked out is Half Devil. Jingle Bang not going to land either. Good Squall. Good Tornado here from Sile. The board's not going to land. Purification Beats activate. The Soul Reap will slow them down. Tornado not going to land. Looking for it. Half Devil. Somersault. Cloud dunking on top. The damage output is real. Squall is available if he wants it. Deathsight not going to land. Sun Touch dropping low here. But there goes the kill on Emilito. Half Devil not done yet. Looking for Funball. Going to try and pressure this tower as much as they can. In the meantime, Azalea right side putting High Rock in a corner. My God.
Diving into left side. World Weaver's going to be out. He's going to go for the stun. The Jingle Bang is there. It's 320 damage. Not quite enough, but the Squall in the back to be good. And that's going to be another kill for C9. And check it out. This tower is already infested with minions. It's going to be extra damage, more experience lost. Shadow Nightmare rotating over. Doesn't quite get the wall. That was heartbreaking.
Very, very close there. But honestly, it may or may not have been a kill. Of course, the ultimate was not available. No shards of ice going to come down there. So it's a tough kill to swing. Wouldn't be able to drop it low with the basic attack. Of course, his Frostbite passive allows him to do 50% increased basic attack damage when they are affected by his 2 or his 3. But at that point, it was a very slim chance, given the fact that Sun Wukong is so highly mobile. Bakasura right side defending his tower vehemently, able to keep that alive for the time being. Algo also coming through. It's gonna hit one of the minions. He's just stealing mid camps with that ultimate. It's where they're at right now. And Shadow Nightmare, he's gonna feel it. 12-4 Torch.
Nightmare. Hovering death. He's going for it. I don't know if Shadow Nightmare sees it. Yes, he does. He counters with his own ultimate. But is it gonna be? No.
Wow.
No, it's not going to
add damage and heal. Right side, High Rock in trouble. Torrent comes out. Rain Dance not available. Zayla gets body blocked by minions, and he is okay with just sitting here clearing the minions out. Emily to left side looking to steal something away. Odin forced out in the left side jungle, jumping down. Does he have an ultimate? Looking for Half Devil's able to box with him, dropping him low. Mid lane under pressure. Funball left side in trouble, and you know, the trouble of all this is it's Artemis. He gets too close. He's in trouble. Looking for it. Are they going to find it? Squall, slow sprint. Needs ultimate. Do they have it? Silo has no ultimate available. But here comes the Somersault Cloud. Soul Reap interrupted by the boar. Tusky, he loves Artemis so much. He's going to throw his life away to save her. But here comes the decoy, the trap. The decoy being so pesky right now.
Zalia finally going down here. Level 14, 2-1 and 2 actually leads the pack by a little bit of gold. You see Suntouch hot on his heels. Silent's going to come out there from Spoo, or rather onto Spoo. Master's Will and Deathlight both going to miss as the Book of Demons stuns out too. But oh, is he going to catch it? He turned around in a bad spot. 695 to the heart. The Demons have been recalled indeed as he gets backed out. Half Devil stunned, Half Devil push, but really they can't do enough damage to threaten him at all.
Was able to get out of dodge there in the jungle, landing down the tower. Left side tower will go down to Smek, and Thumball is rooted to the ground with a Spirit Arrow Broken Weave combination, and he's just forced to watch his tower fall down with a tear rolling down his face. At this point, 14-5, C9, 6,700 gold and 9,800 experience in the lead. Torch, they need something, and they need it quick. And honestly, this comes down to the picking stage. Realistically, C9 just had the response that they needed. And you look at the lineup for Torch, it's a mid-game lineup. And Torch says, or C9 says, you know what? We're going to get the ball rolling very quickly here. Zalia gets the early tower, and Suntouch just goes off, rotating everywhere. Honestly, Zalia has been kind of pushing this right side. Stun coming out. Zalia in trouble. Stormcall's going to miss. The wall's going to buy some time. Can they catch it? There goes the turnaround. Is he really going to fight this DM? There goes the ultimate from Shadow Nightmare, knocking out hand home. And the hippity-hoppity Easter's on its way. Bunny runs down towards his tower. In excitement, he will survive and fight another day.
Now, just barely two. Torch is looking for these opportunities to gank the squishier characters like Thanatos, but it just hasn't been happening. Thanatos missing the Death Knight there after getting the Soul Reap. He's taking a lot of damage. He's going to just use Hovering Depth to get out, but he bought his team enough time to really go for this. Emilito right now does have hand 3. He's going to go for the steal, but Cloud9 takes it. Emilito goes down. Bumball's trying to make something happen here. He's going to take a Death Knight to the back. He'll ignore the slow for now, but he's going to be in trouble. Sayo, super low, just looking for a shot. Bede's going to stop the push right there from the boar, and now Sayo's hot on the heels. He dodges the stun. He dodges the Glacial Strike. Actually, no, he takes it, but it wasn't enough. The Squall finishes it up. Cloud9 finds 4 more kills and a Gold Fury, and are now up 8,800.
That engage between Shadow Nightmare and Ao Guang, I feel, kind of spells the story of this game. We see Sayo rushing Polynomicon, able to do a lot of damage with the Squall bit, that combo, landing the Tornado and Spirit's Tempest to follow up. And it's the Shadow Nightmare, who honestly has a very good matchup against Ao Guang, and there have been times in Smite history where going Emir mid, specifically against Ao Guang, was useful because Ao Guang doesn't deal with the amount of damage that Emir can do in a 1v1 scenario. Of course, the addition of that Slither Slow protection allows him to keep himself safe, but at the same time, Shadow Nightmare is so far behind, 5 levels behind, currently 3,000 gold almost between the two. Absolutely devastating, and 1v1 when Shadow Nightmare has the advantage, has the placement, still can't deal with Sayo. You see in the mid lane pushing back Spoo and Emilito together. C9 is on top this game, and Torch really needs to start pulling something together.
Level 17 right now. Suntouch has Urchin finished. Zalia right side blowing into High Rock, but he's taking a lot of damage himself. He's going to try to jump away here. Great Storm Call to counteract the damage there, but here comes the Hovering Death! He misses it just barely. Suntouch not in a good spot anymore. He's going to hover back. He's looking for the Death Sight. He speeds himself up. He gets the silence. He gets a few shots. He's not even going to look for the shot there. First Spirit Tempest, I think, is not going to hit anything, but they're going to continue their pressure. So, I mean, a rare misplay right there is going to go down.
That wall blocked himself in, not able to react to that. You see Spoo waiting in the wings, but it's kind of that feeling of, I don't know what to do to help. I can't get in. There's no entry point for me here. C9 is so aggressive in this right side, taking out 2 for 1. Zalia somehow survives with the assistance of that Neath ultimate. Emilito jumping away from that dead side, not wanting to get hit by that one. A lot of damage. Suntouch current sitting 11, 1, and 4. Cloud9 HyperX is controlling this game through and through. Now keep in mind, this is a best of 3 series, so regardless of what happens here, we will have a second opportunity for Torch to try and pull out a win. And they really need to look at the picking stage because this tanky lineup is just not prepared to deal with the high octane pressure and speed and pace set by C9. We see Half Devil even stealing away their damage buff on the left side of the map. Shenheimer's going to spot it out. The damage is quite low. Frost Breath on top. Glacial Strike to respond. Expose Evil on top. Does he have the bird? Gonna save the stun. They did not save the stun for the bird or the Ox. He's gonna run away with that one. And here comes the cavalry. Suntouch, smack down the center. Expose Evil coming out, not gonna hit home. Funball has his trap on the ground, and that is his safety net. But how safe can he be with the high mobility damage output that comes from C9? Sayo, he's been sitting at this tier 2 tower uncontrolled and unpunished this entire game.
He has 3 levels on Spoo. He has 5 levels on Emilito, and neither of whom are really willing to push him. Look at that squall damage. You're actually going to push him below the healing, not something we see very often. Right side, the speed buff, it looks like it's going to be dropped down and given to Thanatos. Zalia goes back over. Alquag's in the midst of things. He has taken the card. He has taken the axe, but not much else as they run back. Look at the damage coming out right there from Suntouch again. Right side, Zalia is just going to, I think, retreat here. Gold Fury's up in a minute. It looks like the team is willing to let this entire push go and get ready for the Gold Fury. Now they stop the back from Half Devil. Sayo throws down the tornado over the wall, and finally, he'll get to retreat.
You know, you can see the hesitance in Torch right now, and C9 has really gotten in their head, and they need to be able to shake that if they want to take this game back. You know, you saw the opportunity. Ao Guang completely out of point there in a bad spot, but Torch was, you know, so hesitant to jump on that misposition due to lack of information as well as the lack of damage possibility. And they really need to be careful about, you know, when they go in and when they choose not to go in, even if it's a good idea. Rain Dance, Explode Evil not going to land. There goes Hovering Death to keep him safe. Looks like Suntouch is going to get out here, backflip from the knee. Half Devil warding up the Fire Giant. Of course, Hovering Death is now on cooldown, and Torch knows it. The Fire Giant looking like it got started up for a second. Half Devil backing off just to make sure, and they're waiting around. I love the positioning for Emilito there. He backed next to the wall of the Fire Giant so that he could have vision of it the entire time he was backing with that Birds of Wisdom. Smart play and very small, casual play that allows him to get the vision he needs. He knows that that Half Devil backed off there. Almost at Suntouch by a habit there. Right side, High Rock getting harassed here by the Butcher Blades of Bakasura, harassing him down. Thunderstrike going to force out Zalia, but he's undeterred so far. Itemization completed up for a lot of players here, and, you know, Torch, they got to start going for some risky plays.
Right here, I don't think any player in the world really considers boxing Bakasura with his passive. It's so hard to keep track of as an opponent. I mean, even maybe as the Bakasura itself. Funball's trying to steal this one away. Cloud9 does manage to clinch it. Right side, Zalia's getting jumped on here. He's not going to get frozen just yet. He dodges it. He does get walled. No ultimate used just yet. You can see Regurgitate is still up. 4 members of Torch are on the right side of the map, one of whom is going back. This actually might be a Fire Giant chance here for C9.
It's available. Half Devil's in position. The vision is there. Emilito's going to spot it out with that passive again, utilizing it to its fullest. You see him just kind of hanging out, spotting out here. They need to get this. If you're Torch, this is your moment to shine. You have to get this Fire Giant. This cannot go to C9. They're going to jump in. Ao Guang ultimate coming through. Great timing there. Going to hit. C9 gets the Fire Giant, and Torch goes in for the commitment. The Odin Spears will trap them inside. Half Devil up on the cloud. Thanatos ducking down. Odin the Allfather is down already. Spook getting a great stun there, but it's not going to slow down. Bakasura jumping over. Zalia gets the kill. Need ultimate on Funball. He's surrounded. He's Artemis. He can't jump away. Surrender vote is out. DM a 4-0 exchange plus the Fire Giant. They know it's done. The Titan of Chaos collapses in his own weight, and C9 takes it 24-5. Wow.
Game 1 is going to go in favor of Cloud9. Of course, there are still at least one more game, possibly 2, depending on if Torch can answer back with a dominant performance like that. You have to think that C9 is in Torch's head at this point. The only thing that I know going into Game 2 is that there's no way that Thanatos and Baby are going to be allowed to be picked up.
Yeah, you know, and that's interesting because you saw Suntouch play Bastet so well prior, and I think this just came down to the fact that, you know, if you see a tanky lineup, pick up Thanatos. People play tanky and bruiser characters to the point where they're thinking, I'm safe when I go forward here, but with Thanatos, you're really not. And, you know, with the ability to have true damage from Bakasura, huge burst damage from Sayo, and, you know, they read this perfectly. I mean, this just comes down to experience. C9 says they have a tanky lineup, and they're basically going to play durable in the early stage because they know C9's strong, and try to make a delay game where they can protect Artemis and get the high amount of damage out that they need, but it was a slow gain. You look at how the lineup here for Torch was going to grow over time. It's going to wait for late game and mid game, and then C9 says, oh, okay, we're going to go Polynomic on Ao Guang. We're going to Bakasura rushing Fatalis. We're going to see Thanatos go all over the map and shred everything, and Half Devil's going to jungle your jungle. We know your early game is weak. We know you're buying for late game. We know you're trying to slow it down. We're going to pick characters that have true damage and execute potential with percentage-based damage that shred your tanky characters, and we're going to shut down your early game. And C9